Ghana's population is now estimated at 30 million. Crime rates are rising in some communities, and many people are now pointing hands at immigrants.
The crime rate in this area is very high. We are in our own country, you don't have freedom.
While birth rates may be on the rise, immigration, mainly from the country's West African neighbors, is helping drive the numbers up.
They have overtaken our job in this country.
If we open the floodgate and allow them to come, that will be overwhelming.
Many of the people coming in, like students, traders and skilled laborers, have contributed positively to the local economy.
60% of Nigerians living in this country, they are all landlords in various houses. Starting from the beginning of the building to the end of the building, Ghanaians are the ones that build a house. They also profit from the Nigerians. The clothes we'll wear, we'll buy them here. Light bills we'll pay. Cars we'll drive, we'll buy petrol. Our children are schooling here, we'll pay school fees to them. We have Ghanaian wives, and we are taking care of their family.
The ECOWAS protocol on free movement of people among member states also means Ghana is struggling to deal with the numbers, giving rise to crime and agitations among local traders whose business spaces have been taken over by those they call foreigners.
They are chasing us helter-skelter like we are criminals.
We are not chasing anybody. We just want the enforcement of the law.
As we speak now, over 400 shops belonging to Nigerians are under lock and key.
This country hasn't really opened up to the conversation on immigration, and its porous border means no one knows how many are actually coming in or out of the country. The Ghana Immigration Service, the body responsible for keeping data on who comes in and goes out of the country, failed to tell JoyNews how many foreigners live in Ghana currently, after months of asking and several weeks of officially writing to them about this documentary.
They came to Benin Republic, they dropped them. They came to Togo, they dropped them. But Ghana, it seems Ghana is welcoming them now.
This is causing serious problems. My name is Justice Beidou, and in this program, I will be tracing the immigration history between Ghana and Nigeria, what free movement has caused both countries, and asking what the future looks like. Roll out the red carpet. Out comes the models. It's a beautiful display of fashion and creativity learned from the Blue Crest University that has become a melting pot for students from both within and outside Ghana. This school may be in the heart of Ghana's capital city, but more than half of the students here are not Ghanaian.
The country is actually peaceful. It's very peaceful. It entertains a lot of people, a lot of immigrants. No tribalism, no racism. It's just okay. Once you are fluent in English, you are good to go.
Several of such privately owned universities have sprung up in the capital city, taking advantage of the newfound love in Ghana as an education hub in West Africa.
Ghana has one of the best education systems I learned in West Africa. So coming out of Ghana was one of my best decisions. The people here are loving, they are caring. Ghana is fun, and the teachers here, they open up to students, and I believe they are here because they want students to learn what they know.
A few years ago, bus stations like the one in Aveno were rare. Instead, it was places like here in Tudu that buses plying the Ghana-Nigeria route loaded passengers from. Today, even they are now feeling the pinch of the new numbers of rival lorry businesses coming in from Nigeria.
Formally, I can come and go back if I decide to go back. But now, never like that. sometimes when you come, the little you get, you have to spend all before you get another one to go. So now the business is down. The Nigerians have overtaken our job in this country because they have allowed the Nigerians to take most of our space because now all the companies are Nigerian companies.
It's hard to rely on official figures from the immigration service due to the country's porous borders. More than 2 million of the people who currently live in the country are not from here originally. More than half come from Nigeria alone. But there's a history to this. Nigerians have always found a safe haven in Ghana, whether for trade or leisure. I've come to the University of Ghana to meet Professor John Anefi, who has done a series of studies on immigration into and outside Ghana.
During the cocoa boom in the 60s, Ghana became the central point for the movement of people within the sub-region. In fact, it was the major immigrating country in West Africa in the 60s. According to the 1960 census, about 12.4% of the people that were living in Ghana were non-Ghanaians. The saying was that any town in Ghana which did not have a Nigerian living there, that shows that those people are not hospitable. They were found almost everywhere.
Tensions between Ghana and Nigeria over immigration go way back into the 1960s, following Ghana's cocoa boom after independence. By 1960, the population of Nigerians in Ghana had almost quadrupled from about 57,000 in 1931 to 191,800. There was political pressure pushing the Progressive Party then to pass the Aliens Compliance Act, which sent over 100,000 Nigerians packing.
Nigeria's economic fortune changed drastically with the discovery of crude oil.
By the 1970s, the tables had turned following Nigeria's oil find and Ghana's economic slump and political instability. Nearly 2 million Ghanaians are thought to have traveled to Nigeria in what was then a major gold rush.
As a young man, I thought I have to go because even elder people are going. And some are coming home with greener pastures. So that led a lot of young men to travel to, even women to travel to Nigeria to go and work. As at that time, they have everything in Nigeria. Suzuki is being manufactured there. My company like this, we supply CO2 to Volkswagen, Nigeria Limited. We go to Kaduna, Peugeot, we supply them with CO2. A lot of industries, Mercedes-Benz, even though they are bringing the part from Germany, they are assembled there. When I was young, I could see that Nigeria is almost like abroad.
Almost 900,000 have already returned to Ghana alone. Most of the illegal migrant workers who've been expelled from Nigeria have been making their way along what used to be known as the Slave Coast, through Benin and Togo towards Ghana.
But after the boom came the bust. Nigeria's economy, saddled with corruption and struggling oil prices, came crumbling down. Here is then President Shehu Shagari in a story by a BBC reporter in Lagos.
If they don't leave, they should be arrested and tried and sent back to their homes.
With more than 2 million illegal immigrants ordered to get out of Nigeria, the resulting chaos is staggering. hundreds of thousands have now massed at Nigeria's frontier with the tiny West African state of Benin.
That wave of Ghanaian migrants who made it back into the country then came to compound what was already a struggling economy, leading to a major hunger at the time. I'm on my way to Senya Breku, a small town in the central region, to meet one of the Ghanaians who made it back home then. So tell me about life in Senya Breku. Charles Otu was one of the millions who made that journey in an episode that would eventually be known as Ghana Must Go.
When we came to the border, then we could see that there are so many people in Nigeria. I can't imagine Ghana, or almost half of the population have left for Nigeria, and they are camping, and the Rollins haven't opened the border. When they are coming at the night, they didn't know, so they were sitting at the edges of the trailer, so their head have to hit. You come and meet overhead bridge, and you'll be seeing blood at the surface. Very pathetic.
Now the tide is turning, and that is causing some apprehension.
As the table has turned, I don't find it strange, because they were here before then. But they were sent back. We one day were sent back, and then they are also coming back here. So who knows, even someday Ghanaians will also rise there. Because of that history, I don't find it strange at all. We have to deal with it.
The numbers went down, and from observation, they are coming back. They are coming back. This time, not only to trade, but they are also setting themselves up. I hear and see many of them who buy houses, so that they make Ghana like a safe haven. Because the country has seen a lot of turmoil lately. Northeast, northwest, then the south. Now it has gone to the middle part. So those who have money, they've come to build or buy houses here. When there's the least problem, they will come here.
These are angry artisans of Swami, the biggest spare part market in Ghana's second largest city, Kumasi. They are voicing out what may be a small but growing anger that is building up slowly.
This was about 5 in a Offer this stone, Ninas were beer. My year Ghana for the young about Tibiari. The can say, Sabano, we catch a magazine for. On can say, my other for me be a stone, on wholesale my
leader. We are not chasing anybody. We just want the enforcement of the law. That is it.
Nigerians have proven over the years that they have advantage over their Ghanaian counterpart when it comes to the retail trade. This too has a history.
And they popularized retail trading in Ghana. Otherwise, without them, we knew the bigger trading companies like the UAC, SAT, SCOA, and the others. And later, GNTC came onto the scene. They were operating like supermarkets. And those were the places where people were going to buy. But the Nigerians came in and they opened shops at every street corner, outside these major trading places. So that is how come retailing became popularized in Ghana.
So in Swami, for example, the Nigerians are mainly into the importation of large quantities of automobile spare parts, which they then sell to the Ghanaian traders. In this particular situation, the Ghanaian traders went on a 2-week rampage, locking up all Nigerian-owned shops.
This is my shop. It has been locked for the past 1 week and some, let's say, 2 weeks going now. I don't know, the Ghanaians, they claim that I will spoil the market for them. They are chasing us helter-skelter like we are criminals.
We are acting by the Ghana Investment Promotion Act 2013, Act 865. That's what we are acting upon. So many things, the categories are there. We don't, for you to do trade in Ghana, petty trading, you're supposed to have $1 million. You're supposed to have $1 million. You have to employ 20 Ghanaians. The thing is there. It's stated categorically. We only want enforcement of the law. That's what we want.
They should follow it. If they follow the law,
that's what we want. Booming our business. It is booming our business in the sense that they are the suppliers. They supply to the shops, let's say 30 cedis per a product, right? How do they expect us to sell it? Probably 35, 32 cedis. And if a mechanic works with the same person, they sell it at the price that they do the distribution. And that is very wrong. In business sense, it doesn't make, it's not sensible.
That single act broke the camel's back, sparking reprisal demonstrations in Abuja, with Nigerian trade unions crying foul for being unnecessarily targeted.
Since 2007, Nigerians living and doing business in Ghana have been persistently, continuously molested. Many of them intimidated, harassed, their businesses liquidated, shops closed down. As we speak now, over 400 shops belonging to Nigerians are under lock and key by Ghanaian authorities. We not tell them and sign ECOWAS treaty that brought every country in ECOWAS, all the 15 countries together as one entity.
They too threatened to attack Ghanaians in Nigeria if this continued.
And we are sick and tired of this. We want the ECOWAS president to be here. We want to submit our petition to him. In fact, what you're seeing now is just a tip. We will come and take over this place.
Ghana's GIPC law requires foreigners who want to trade here to have a capital of no less than $1 million and should be able to employ at least 20 Ghanaians. But there's also the ECOWAS Free Movement Protocol, which allows citizens to move within member states to live and trade. Nigerians have argued this law shouldn't apply to them because of the ECOWAS treaty.
So the foreigners keep on renting shops, and if nothing is done about it, for the next 5 to 10 years, all the shops will be taken over by the foreigners because they have the money. Currently, if you come to Abosokan here, if you don't have 50,000 Ghana cedis, you cannot get a shop.
I have come to Abosokan, Ghana's largest spare parts market. Clement Boateng is the local chair of the Ghana Union of Traders branch here. He and his colleagues have also been protesting the involvement of Nigerians in trade here.
If you go to places like Makola, if you don't have 100,000, 120,000, 150,000 Ghana cedis, you'll not be able to rent a shop. And the foreigners can easily pay. So foreigners are just paying and taking over the shops from the Ghanaians. You see, so government must do something about it. Otherwise, between the next 5 to 10 years, all the shops will be taken over by foreigners and the economic power will be in the hands of the foreigners.
But Nigerians have long been major contributors to the Ghanaian economy. Their interest in trade brings a lot of money, creates jobs, and that makes all of us richer. Ambode George came to Ghana 15 years ago. He runs a business empire that includes real estate, transport, and delivery services. Eze Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu came to Ghana in 1995. From importing household items on retail trade in Ghana, he now runs a business empire that includes oil and gas, transport services, farms, and telecoms. He's also the king of the Igbos, one of Nigeria's largest ethnic groups resident in Ghana.
You can see Nigerians work so hard. While I was coming, I passed through Seko. You look at thousands of Nigerians in Seko there. They are working, they are selling. Some are doing repairs of phone. If your phone gets spoiled now, the next place you are rushing down to is Tipto Land. And believe me, those are going to repair the phones are Nigerians. These people are working so hard for them to survive. A Nigerian man is the only man that can move to anywhere in the world and you see him surviving. Not surviving in crime, not surviving in stealing, not surviving in armed robbing, not surviving in kidnapping, but they survive because they are hardworking people. They survive because they have focus, because they survive because they have targets.
People like Ambode George make the case for the positive impact of immigration. Their hard work brings in a lot of wealth. If mass immigration suddenly comes to your town, this video has caused a lot of outrage. It was recorded allegedly by a group of Nigerians who attacked Ghanaian immigration officers for arresting them on suspicion of engaging in internet fraud. I have come to the Kaswa neighborhood where this incident is said to have occurred. New settlements like this one have recently been in the news for violent clashes between Ghanaians and Nigerians and police arrests over rising crime rates. Inusa Rahman is one of many who suffered a knife attack when a free-for-all fight recently broke out between Ghanaians and Nigerians living here.
They threw on bottles anyhow. That time to me, I don't wear anything. Only boxer wear away because it's night. So I go there, I want to go helping. What he say? They overcome us. They take bottle, you know. They do anyhow for us. They win me, they win one, my brother, and they win him too.
People have said that, look, these people come in, they work, and then they contribute to the development of the country.
What work are they doing? Most of them are involved in this fraud. You see them, they don't work. You can ask those around here, they don't work, but always use them with money.
It's very hard for us, ordinary citizen, to go and rent an apartment around this American Junction estates.
Why?
Because of the Nigerians, they are paying huge amounts. So even the landlords are now making their mind that if you are not a Nigerian, they will not give you the place, the room.
Nigerians are not good because they are maltreating us too much. It's very unfair. If they don't want Nigeria, or maybe I believe that
they are treating Nigerians especially as if we are the only foreigners in Ghana. I've not heard it in Ghana that they've harassed or maltreated any other foreigner, because Nigerians are not the only foreigners in Ghana. Do you understand? But I don't know this issue they have about Nigerians. That's what
I can also beat my chest to say Ghanaians are also into fraud. Have they been barging into Ghanaians' house to harass them the way they are harassing us? There are other foreigners here too, but everything is Nigerian.
In the night like this, your house, you can hear a young girl shouting. She needs help. If you don't know, you come out to help her. You see people are coming from behind there, just get you to enter into your room. That's what they've been doing. The crime rate in this area is very high. We are in our own country, you don't have freedom.
The Ghanaians claim they have now driven most of the Nigerians out of this neighborhood, but they still live on the edge. That seemed to be the creeping problem in many parts of Ghana where Nigerians have recently moved in.
If the economy is doing well, people have jobs, there is very little or no unemployment. We don't seem to care about who is coming in. It is only when the economy goes bad and there is a lot of unemployment, then the migrants always become the scapegoats.
Ghana's seeming love affair with Africa's most populous nation now seem to be waning, but that could have consequences.
Like Ghanaians are also living in Nigeria. So this government issue, if the focus is only in Nigerians, Nigeria government in Nigeria may also react.
This country once touted itself as the gateway to the region. Universities like Blue Crest continue to show that Ghana, Africa's black star, has always been a melting pot, welcoming people from far and near. But is that hospitality now being stretched beyond limits? Jobs, business, diplomacy, and unbreakable Ghana-Nigeria family ties could all be on the line. How both countries walk this tight, delicate rope will decide the future for these two lovebirds. But until then, the traders in Aboso-Okai and Swami, the residents in Kaswa, would continue to live life on the edge. For Hotline, my name is Justice Beidou.
Sheri, Ya Rabbi.